A thunderstorm swept through here the previous night, in the heart of Midwest Indiana at Turkey Run State Park. Its presence was unmistakable, not just from the thunder that rumbled like distant drums in the night, or the lightning that split the sky into fleeting moments of day between bouts of restless sleep. The morning revealed its subtle aftermath: wet gravel under the soft morning light, small puddles dotting the trail like scattered mirrors, and the rich, earthy scent of wet moss rising from the ground. The forest whispered in a symphony of water droplets cascading from the highest reaches of the canopy, leaf by leaf, until they met the earth below. As I began my hike, I couldn't help but wonder if the storm's full fury had truly passed through this place. The signs were there, yet they seemed gentle. Rain that nourished rather than destroyed, wind that whispered rather than howled. It seemed as though the park had been spared the worst, its paths unscathed, its spirit unbroken. Those who passed through or started their own hikes might sense that something had happened here, but not enough to alter its course or disrupt its quiet resilience. Yet, I knew that the true story of the storm lay deeper within, waiting to be discovered by those willing to venture further, to accept the trail's invitation over the bridge. My own storm had come through my life recently, not with wind and rain, but with unexpected grief. Just 2 weeks prior to this hike, I received the news that my father had passed away suddenly, leaving me thrust into a part of life I thought I was prepared for, only to discover how far from ready I truly was. I felt a responsibility to stay composed, to keep myself together for those around me, those who passed by, who looked to me for stability. I built an emotional shell, projecting a sense of calm and control even as the storm of my feelings raged just beneath the surface, just out of sight, over the bridge of my outward appearance. But despite the chaos that storms bring, life in the forest continues. The trees, animals, and insects carry on, undisturbed by human notions of judgment. They live through the storm, adapt to its changes, and move forward, thriving in the aftermath. As I walked through the forest, I began to ask myself, what does it mean for me to move on? How do I live with this new reality, this loss? I realized that I must embrace what has happened, not just intellectually but emotionally, accepting the waves of grief as they come, and allowing myself to let go of the past, to release the relationship I once had with my dad, and open myself to what has become. The present, these moments after the storm, hold a new kind of relationship. Just as the forest's connection to a tree changes after it falls, so too does my relationship with my father evolve after his passing. A tree does not cease to be part of the forest when it falls. Its life and needs no longer shape the landscape, but its presence remains deeply woven into the fabric of the woods. What once served as a home for birds in the canopy now becomes shelter for mice and foxes. The nutrients that once coursed through its roots now return to the soil, feeding new life as the wood decays and fungi thrive. Leaves that once danced in the wind now blanket the forest floor, nurturing the next generation of trees. My relationship with my dad is not over. It is transformed, and in accepting this transformation, I've begun to see the end of my own storm. I've learned not to anchor myself to the past, to what was said or what could have, should have been said. That chapter of our lives has closed, and we both enter a new one. And just as with the forest, there is beauty, calm, and stability to be found, even in the aftermath of a storm. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this story has given you new perspectives to apply to your own life. If you find that this story or any of these photos speak to you in a meaningful way, please visit my website, which is linked in the description, where prints are available to purchase. You can also connect with me on social media for more mindful content and product announcements. May you experience peace and positivity. Until next time, take care.